Today I'll give brief information about Zimbra core components and its ports. This is the basic architecture of Zimbra. Zimbra is not a single application, it is a collaboration of multiple tools. Those are proxy, MTA, LDAP, mailbox. Now we will see individual core components of Zimbra. Proxy. Proxy contains Nginx memcache. Nginx works as a reverse proxy. Memcache is a cache system. MTA. It contains postfix, AMAVSD, spam assassin, clam AV, CB policy D. Postfix is a mail transfer agent. AMAVSD, spam assassin, clam AV, and CB policy D. These are the anti-spam tools. LDAP. Open LDAP serves authentication and various attributes. Jet Mailbox D. Mailbox D contains Jetty, MariaDB, Lucene, LibreOffice, Apache JSF, Spell. Jetty serves a web application. MariaDB is a database. Lucene works as indexing and search engine. LibreOffice is for document viewer. Apache JSF is it manages filters. Spell is a spell checker. And this is the overall architecture along with all the components and its subcomponents. Let's assume we have a multi-server setup: proxy, LDAP, MTA, and mailbox D. Then in the proxy, we will install Nginx and Memcache packages. In LDAP, we will install OpenLDAP. In MTA, we will install Postfix, AMAVSD, Spam Assassin, ClamAV, CB Policy D. In Mailbox D, Jetty, MariaDB, Lucene, LibreOffice, Apache JSF, Spell will install. And we don't need to install these tools manually. While Zimbra provides all the components in single package, we can simply choose yes or no to while installing. Now we will see what are the external ports required to access Zimbra from the public network. 80 and 443 is for web access, 110 and 995 is for POP3 connections, 143 and 993 are for IMAP connections, 9071 is a Zimbra admin console port. On MTA, we have to open 25 and 587. 25 is to receive incoming emails and 587 is to submit a message over the TLS. And this is the complete architecture along with the external ports on the respective servers. On proxy, we have to open 80 and 443, 110, 995, 143, 993, and 9071. On MTA, we have to open 25 and 587. Now we will see what are the internal ports required to open. Each server communicates with another server. On proxy, we have to open 11211. 11211 is a memcache port where Nginx communicates with memcache. On MTA, we have to open 331084651002410032. These are the internal ports in MTA level. All the subcomponents of MTA like AMA, VISD, Spam Assassin, Clam AV, and CB Policy D, these communicates with another subcomponent over these ports. LDAP. It needs 389 and 636. On mailbox D, 7780 and 8443 is for web access. 7110 and 7995 are for POP3 connections. 7143 and 7993 are for IMAP connections. 7071 is admin console port. And this is the complete architecture along with the internal ports. Now I'll explain all the external ports and internal ports. Let's assume we have a individual proxy server, LDAP server, MTA server, and mailbox D. So when a user accesses web access, then he sends a request on 80 and 443, and proxy receives those requests on 80 and 443. Then proxy transfer those requests to mailbox server on 7780 and 8443. And once it get the response, then proxy communicates with the end user over 80 and 443. In the same way, when end user try to access POP3 connections, then end user uses 110 and 995, and proxy transfers those requests to the mailbox server over 7110 and 7995. The same way IMAP connections 143 and 993 will be NAT to the mailbox server over 7143 and 7993. Then when a user access admin console, then proxy receives the request on 9071, but proxy communicates to the mailbox server over 7071. And mailbox server communicates with LDAP over 389 and 636. When a user uses Outlook, then he want to submit a message, then he should have submit over the 587 to MTA server. When MTA receiving incoming email, it receives over the 25 from the public network. And MTA uses 7025 to submit a message to the mailbox server. I hope you understand all the core components and the ports. I believe it is clear. This is the brief information about Zimbra core components and its ports. Thank you.